So the question starting this podcast is, how is it like living with somebody who still plays video games?
I guess growing up with video games, not as much as you, of course, but I dabble here and there. It's actually been interesting to learn how much I missed um, from where I just fell off a little bit on video games to when I met you, how much stuff has come out and how much more games and different type of games there are out there. So it's been a learning experience. It's been interesting, and it's not like I don't enjoy watching you play games and you showing me how to play and getting a little frustrated because I just don't get it very fast.
Hmm.
But it's been pretty interesting and exciting to see everything that comes up. I'm not so excited about the pricing of it. I feel like it's skyrocket from like, oh, it's not so bad to how much did you spend on that? How much was that special edition to um like why are we buying another Xbox or another PlayStation kind of thing? But
My
I
bad.
I still remember that one time.
Oh, what was that? What is it the PlayStation thing that happened?
Yes, it
Okay,
has.
I'll let you explain it from your well, I can kind of explain it. Like, no, you know what? It'd be fun for you to hear your side of it. I think I've already told the story enough from my side.
Yes. So I came home from work. He was working from home that week, and then I came home and he was like, "I have something to tell you," and he seemed very like nervous to tell me. So I was like, "Something happened. We're gonna have to fly home. He's gonna give me bad news. Something." He's like, "I didn't mean for it to happen. It just sort of happened." And then he like takes me to the guest bedroom, and there's a box, and I was like, "What's this?" He's like, well, I accidentally also purchased another PS4. It's like I wasn't sure I was gonna get the first special edition one, and I did, and then this one just kind of just happened to also come, so now we have two. And he thought I was gonna get mad because, of course, they were expensive. They were special edition PS4s. What was it? The blue one and the Spider Man.
Yeah, it was the Spider-Man Limited Edition one, the red PlayStation 4, and then it was the Millennia Edition PS4 for like the clear blue one.
And I could just see in his eyes because he was not going to return one of them. He's like really making his case to be able to keep both of them. And I think you had one of the black ones too, no, right?
Well, I had the original black
Yes.
one. That's the one that we had currently owned, but we don't own anymore.
Well, no, that was a compromise that we would sell that one so you can keep both the special editions. That was the compromise.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was no reason to have three PlayStation 4s. It was already crazy enough to get like two PS4 Pro because they were both pros, I believe.
Mhm.
And that's what was the whole point with just kind of just upgrading to the Pro. And then it was just like, oh, like I didn't really expect for this to happen this way. I was really trying to go for one, and then we ended up going for the two. I
No,
just
no, you ended up going for the
yeah,
two.
correction. I ended up going for the two. So to kind of say my side of the story a little bit, just to kind of for context, this was around when the PS4 Millennia editions were coming out. And there was only like a million of them or whatever that being sold. They were hard to get. There was a few that I tried to get, fell off, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, I kind of really wanted the Pro to be one of the new PlayStations. So after a while, it was like this was the time that I think also Spider Man was coming out, and then they had
Mhm.
released an actual special edition Spider Man, which was like a really nice red, like console with a nice controller to go with it, had the Spider Man logo on it. So I was like, as a compromise, I would go, get that one. And then I think not too long after I had made the purchase, and I think it was a Best Buy purchase, I had to go to Best Buy and go pick it up. GameStop finally had one of the Millennium ones available online. And I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if this payment went through? And I was like, oh, let me see if I could try to get it. I have to get on the credit card because I didn't have the cash at the moment. And it was, yeah, it was like, okay, the purchase went through. I had to do the whole like, had to get this controller, had to get the whole
The
shebang.
whole,
It was
yeah, the
the
controller,
controller,
the
the
headphones.
headset,
Was that
the
thing that kept
camera,
falling
yeah, the
off
virtual
the
camera.
TV?
And yeah, so I had paid for all that. I was like, I'm probably gonna get a cancellation on this. And I ended up getting the confirmation, and then it was like, oh, and we're shipping it to you. And UPS was like, hey, this actually is coming. Probably want to be at home today. And it came in this big old box, and I'm just sitting there looking at it like, okay, this is the real deal. It actually did come. I don't know. Uh, but it was hard because it was like at the time I was like, I already saw how the Spider-Man looked because I already took it out the box. Then I saw how this one looked, and I was like, these both look great. And then you start doing those gymnastics in your head, like, I mean, I have more than one room with more than one TV. How do I do this? I think this will work out. And it was just kind of like, but yeah, this is a lot of money, and I think I'm a little bit over $1,000 in, and trying to buy both consoles. So I was like, I will have to come clean eventually. I might as well be the first one to do it rather than her finding out. And that's kind of like at that point, that's when your story started. It was just like, babe, didn't know how it happened, but it did. And congratulations, we have two pieces for it.
You
But
wanted to keep all three. You're like, we'll have one in
well,
the. Yes,
no.
you.
I was planning on selling with the other two. It was kind of a given to sell the first one at that point.
No, you
Like
want
I
you.
needed to make the money back somehow. I needed to pay for one of them.
You were like, one goes in the bedroom, our bedroom, one goes in the guest bedroom, and one goes in the living room. And I was like, no.
That was how everything was set up at the moment. It was temporary. It's not like I had a buyer right then and there. It wasn't until like later until we actually got it sold. It took a while for me to get that PS4 sold for a decent price.
For at least to be worth it.
Because I was like,
GameStop was like not giving you anything for it.
yeah, no, and wasn't even a point at that point to kind of go to GameStop for it because it was just kind of like, well, GameStop's not going to give me a lot of money. Like even though games
like 150 that they wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Even half of it.
And I think I ended up selling it for at least 350. Or just enough to kind of cover a lot of what I already paid and all that. So it worked out. It's not like it was like a big setback or anything. It was just something we paid. But I was just that was the one time that I was like, huh, I don't know what to do with this situation. But my impulse to say, don't go the other way. You're already all in.
Like if you're gonna hide it, I wasn't gonna find out. Like, hey, where did this red thing come from?
I
Hey,
might have gotten away with it for a good minute, but I was like, I really don't. I didn't want to deal with the anger later. So I was like, I was not about to just not do it. I guess that's the best way to say about it. But yeah, that was probably one time where like I had like a big impulse for like a game console and stuff, mainly because it's like, oh, like I wanted to get this game console and everything.
I like both of them. Both of them look nice. The blue one's my favorite one still. I still like that one the most. I still like the PlayStation 4 more than the PlayStation 5.
The look of it?
Yes. I hate the big bulky white thing that just doesn't fit anywhere. It's just it's a nightmare to find furniture for.
Yeah. And they're supposed to be coming out with the Pro for that one too, but